So, this is about a few stories that have been known by a lot of people in my hometown. My hometown is a fairly rural area on a mountain. The road hasn't reached people's homes, so you can only reach a certain point on a vehicle and then have to walk a km or two downhill to reach your home. When the road to this point was being built, the excavator employed to dig out the payload to clear area for the road broke. A pipeline of water that supplied water downhill to the town, and people were left with no option than to use their personal hose/pipe to connect the two ends in between the broken ends of the pipe to connect the supply line, and then turn on the tap on the top. Now the supply was a common line, so if anyone having a house higher from your house turned on the tap, the supply would slow down at lower levels, and people wanted that if their pipe is being used, they should be able to use the most pressure of water. One day, an uncle of mine was bleep and decided to turn this tap on. My house is literally on the trail to reach that point on the mountain with the broken line, so he had to tell us where he was going at night, cause we would have known anyway, and asked us to use this water judiciously till the supply was open due to his pipe. He started off to walk uphill on this trail at around 9-10 p.m. at night and would have been scared to walk at pitch dark night, but as I say, he was bleep and didn't care a bit. The whole of this trail of this mountain is visible from outside my house, so we were watching him walk. We saw him go uphill with a torch and then watched him walk downhill. The light of the torch used to disappear as he walked among the trees and then become visible again at a point lower than that. Now as we watched him walk downhill, the light went invisible due to trees, but the light became visible much lower than what he could have walked at a normal pace. We were confused as the light seemed more like a fire lamp and the light hovered around that area. Then a few seconds later we saw the torch light become visible at a point higher than this flame light and realized that was actually my uncle. We realized something was wrong as nobody walks that trail other than people from my town. Like there was no reason that flame light could be there in any possible case. Soon when the torch reached the flame went off. When my uncle reached my home, he said he was not scared at bleep off and said he had seen the flame much earlier and knew it was an entity he had known people say, and this is funny, if you encounter such situation, just keep your footwear on your head and try not to act scared, and this actually worked for him. Another incident of this trail has been where another uncle of mine used to go to a field uphill on this trail at night to reach a field and burst a firecracker or two to avoid hogs eating up the crop they had sown. They apparently are scared of smoke and avoid places where they can smell it. He used to do this every day and stay at our house for a cup of tea and chat later. Then one day he came back from that trail but didn't stop at our house. Later we found out he had been spooked by something on that trail at night. The thing apparently kept surrounding him, coughing in his ear, sliding a rock and scaring him. He wasn't bleep, so he just got scared and didn't wait at our house and decided to just go home.